Ingo, you have a very unique perspective of the global furniture industry because of how well Imos has become integrated into furniture manufacturing. Also, because you had a 360-degree view of the industry. You were at Nobilia, that was furniture manufacturing. You were at IMA, that is the machinery company, and now in
Correct.
software. So my question to you is, what has been the most significant change in recent years in the way the furniture business is being conducted?
I think I think you can answer this with just one word. It's customization. I think it has more or less the global trend is customization of interior design. The customers, the consumers, they are looking after furniture that reflects their own style, the personal style, and their own specific needs in size, in design, in price as well, and also in setup. So I think the trend of customization is driving the manufacturers and also the sales channels. We have seen that also in Delhi in our show there or in our meeting there, that the sales have to offer customization options and allowing customers to be part of the journey for redesign in size, in options, in select materials together, different colors, different look and feel to that furniture they're looking forward to, and features as well. And if I look back to my history at Nobilia as well as in IMA for the machinery part, and now also in Imos for the software part, is we have to focus on 2 points in this kind of customization. The first point is the sales interaction. So how you approach customers from the point of sale. This is the very first interaction and also the approach to customers. And the second one is very much technical. It's the manufacturing processes, how to produce customized furniture. And I have learned from each of my station in Nobilia as well as in IMA, and right now also in Imos, that everything of these processes has been data driven. With a correct data-driven tool in the sales as well as data-driven in the manufacturing processes, you can achieve this kind of trend for today's business. And this is very much also connected now and coming over to India. So if I look to India, there are global players coming up. They do it even a step ahead. They have a kind of an omni-channel, though that is super trendy right now in India. If I think to the big five in India who are selling and also who let produce furniture not by themselves but by vendors, for example, which are highly automated. So the customers they have in India, our customers in India, they combine an Imos IX online platform where they have offline and online experiences, designing cabinets. By side, they also have some kind of local experience center. So customers, they can browse designs, book an online consultancy for kitchen, for bedroom, for a complete apartment if they want to. And while this consultancy happens, some of those customers, they have in major cities, they have kind of an experience center where customers can jump in and explore the furniture, the quality, the materials itself. So this is very much interesting to both of them. They have an offline or a local flat store, so a big store with all options, and then online they set together the customization. And after this custom design has been made in one of our cloud platforms in our IT technology we have right now available, almost every data is already ready made for production. So every order which comes in a factory from this cloud-based technology has already all the machine data behind. It has the barcode behind. It has part information behind. It has all the drawings already made in the background. So they are black box computing, which we have available with a highly automated option to let customers design online and get then ready-made production data in one of their vendors' places or even in their own manufacturing places. So this e-commerce and growth we will face worldwide, especially in India. India is, as we all know, India is a fast-growing country where customers accept also a lot of digital tools and digital features in daily business. And this is something which is one of the most, I would say, trend we will see also in 25. Another trend we face in Europe by side of India, I think we have spoken both about that in our meeting in Delhi, that bigger manufacturers, they open up their online platform in which they upload their cabinets with all options in customization, sizes, colors, and so on. But they're pre-designed, I would say. And then they have a B2B channel with carpenters, so with professional people. So the carpenters jump in online and they can customize cabinets for a complete room. The carpenter, they are becoming the consultant, or they're becoming the face to the customer. So they're going to customers and then they do the measurement, they do the customization of those cabinets, they do a room planning and maybe also the design online and rendering online, and they are selling it to the customer without let the customer know who is producing it. It is a carpenter. And then the carpenter order it online, and the order comes into the manufacturing plant, which is highly automated. So the order comes in by a B2B partner as a customer, as a carpenter, gets produced, and the carpenter takes it into his van with all his skills and tools he has, and then install it in the customer place. And this has a benefit for the carpenter: no investments in machinery, high-end machine options to his own order income, and high flexibility in materials, no offcuts. The only investment is he has some tools in his van, and is the face of the customer. And on the other side, the manufacturers, they have professional people to get orders in, custom made, and for them are the best salespeople because they are selling and they are also installing the furniture, which they have sold by themselves. So this is an highly trend in Europe as well, huh? And less investment for the carpenters and highly automated for the manufacturers, huh? So that is very nice to see and a good business case. And both business cases, they are all data driven, and they also have this this important aspect that that it has a short time to production after customization. And if I look to India, and feelings are important in every kind of business, I think you can agree on that, that the customer also has a quite simple thinking about that. If they go for a custom cabinet, it will be a new produced cabinet and only made for them. And that means that it is a complete new cabinet. And this is a feeling which has a highly impact for selling something new. Instead of going to a warehouse and pick something from a warehouse and you do not know, is it 1 year old or is it 5 months old? The custom cabinet has been made only for this person. It's a brand new product. And this is a feeling which is also important for customers, I would say. So this is a trend, I would say, in technology. And by side of this, we have seen also in Delhi that new technology comes into the planning processes. We will see that also in 2025. There is an experience we have to give to customers that if they design a cabinet or a kitchen, we can export a 3D module to their mobile devices, to their tablet computers, that they can double check even the details. You can see also the fittings inside. This is a kind how to prove the quality. So you have the experience center to go in to just feel the materials and to see what is the quality the customer is giving to me, as well as you can the digital quality proved by what kind of fittings are part of it, how is it manufactured, is it professional one or is it just nailed each other. So there are a lot of things available. And what we did is we developed this kind of IX showcase. Maybe you can remember this, that after design is done, we can share this with a link to the mobile device, and then the customer can in detail look to it and see all its design and all its details. So this kind of technology and experiences will also in next year will improve will be faster, will be better detailed, will be higher quality, and will be also an important impact to daily business in setting and producing furniture. So this is, I think, what I have learned from the past years, and it's a global trend, I would say. Huh?
So the scene that you're describing, that now through the use of data or digitalization, it's possible to customize to your choice down to the finest details of the furniture, get it manufactured, shipped, installed, everything. So it sounds quite like what Amazon is doing, you know. You order 100 things from Amazon, they are shipped without any mistake. The payment is done, the things are packed, and they are shipped to you. If you don't like it, it's so easy to return it. So, is Imos doing what Amazon has done to retailing?
No, we providing technology to our customers to be the Amazon, but with much more options in. So in Amazon, you have fixed items with where you can change the color. Our customers, they have items which they can manufacture in customized sizes. So we do even a step more. And we also see that our customers, where we provide our technology in, they continue to invest in technology. They would like to have even more, like you talk about Amazon. They would also see that in future we have automatically out of customized design and VR experiences. They will see if they design in Imos, for example, a kitchen that you can take on the VR glasses and run through that kitchen, either on your mobile device or in that custom consultancy you did for a kitchen, for example, or for bedroom or for complete apartment. They like to have any kind of augmented reality. And also compared to Amazon, which is more or less a marketplace for fixed items where you have different variances. In this one here, we deliver technology where you also can try to map your own textures. So you can make a picture of a specific, I'd say, material, adapt it to your furniture and ask a customer to do it. In India, a lot of companies, they start also with a lacquering. And they can also choose the color by custom design. So they do not maybe have not the right color online available, but the customer is giving him by doing the custom design the right color and then map it to their wishes. And then this comes also to the production processes. So there are a lot of interaction with the customer and with the manufacturer. We see ourselves only as a technology provider to the business of our customers in India as well as worldwide, especially also in Germany. Yeah?
So Imos was developed, I think, in 1993, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So what was the context of the development at that time? What fostered this idea of developing? How was the situation at that time?
1993, it was the time where a lot of, especially in Germany, a lot of mass production happens. So you just design a cabinet once and then produce it 1,000 times. And that time also the CNC machine became very popular. So you have to program one panel one time and then produce it in a very high scale, so mass production. Having this machines available for also custom design, the programming took more time than the drilling processes. So the request of the industry was, please get me a design tool in which I can custom cabinets and get for each single article, each single part, the drilling files out of it without produce or just put it into manual processes. So that was a tough time, and that was more or less that time zone where this CAD/CAM systems were born and customization become more and more an impact to the business. And we can see that also still in kitchen businesses, they do mass customization. So they are having a lot of base units which has the same height and the same depths, but the widths are changing, or the interior design of drawers or doors has been changed. But the side panel by color and by size is always the same. So mass customization is like this. They produce 1,000 times the same panel in size and in color and edge bending, and then put it to a warehouse. And then robots pick it for each single order and do the drilling process individual to a custom order, and then this becomes a custom item. So these are a strategy of mass customization by side of completely customized cabinets. And this is still an impact from that time when Imos was born. So it was a time where our inventor, our owner, Frank, started his business in automate these processes designed to machine. Huh?
You say he was an inventor. Is he a scientist? Or
Well, he did his PhD in a German university and was part of a research program for automation in our industry, in the panel, or let's say in the cabinet industry. And since we are in the hub in Germany of kitchen industry, so all around we have the highest number of kitchen manufacturers as well as the most well-known brands worldwide or Europe-wide for kitchens, and also the machinery industry is here, and fitting industry is just a neighborhood. There was a highly demand and big request on this kind of optimization. And that makes it happen that Frank, of course, talked to all the people around us and asked for the request there. And then the request came to his PhD class and to his PhD program. And out of his PhD, he formed, invented, and started the Imos as a startup that year. And right now, I think we are a leading company in technology for this. So yeah, it was a very visionary, I would say, process he did. And the requests of our customers still is very important to him. So he still try to answer the questions of our customers. So if I see our customers coming in and ask for specific features, ideas, and workflows, he's the first one who is open to listen and to understand and try to recognize how we can implement this in our daily business. So that is for him a very important impact of his daily business.
There are a number of CAD/CAM softwares out there in the market.
Correct.
So, how is Imos significantly different from the other CAD/CAMs? What makes Imos stand out?
If I make it in simple words, I would say when I was a carpenter, I was starting using AutoCAD for drawing lines to make drawings for a cabinet and for parts. And this is more or less today's business for other software solutions. They're drawing something and get an Excel list, for example, for cut to size or for drilling processes. In Imos, Frank was much far from this idea. He was looking into the future, and he is not drawing cabinets. We are configuring cabinets. So what we do is we put first all the parts and its personal, I would say, identical information into a database, into an SQL database. And then out of this information, we let the cabinet know how big you are, what are your limits, what are your linear divisions. So we automate these processes. The heavy part is right now we have to feed this SQL table first before having a benefit of customization of cabinets. But the good thing is we can interact with ERP solutions. We can interact with automated factories. We can interact with online platforms. So all this process can be automated, whether if you are drawing lines in a CAD/CAM technology of other companies, you're still in manual processes. And for our company, it's the most important that we try to avoid this. We would like to automate processes. And for that, I would say it's a very unique process we have. And also, we are not looking only for a design to machine. We are looking also for a front-end solution, cloud-based services. We look forward to have every order in a digital folder for cloud-based services. So we are not printing out any papers anymore. Everything in our company has been made for a digital process. And other, I would say, competitors we have in the market, they look for single processes only, whether we have the global aspect at all in mind, and provide also the complete global solution to customers, which is for us very important. Of course, for very small businesses, then it is a bit too overdriven, I would say. But if you go for an automated way, and if you go for a perspective, highly fast-growing business, it is of course the right decision to have a look in a bigger picture.
So now a typical kitchen is a collection of the hardware and the panels and the joineries and the
Yep.
lighting. So it's not you said configuration. Configuration involves the selection of all these fittings, and then there are hundreds of brands of hardware out there. There are so many different materials of panels, and then the brands of panels with different specifications. So
Yep.
how do you, as a software solution, help the manufacturer to manage such a variety of
So
fittings?
we are in an environment here where we have fitting companies next door, bigger one, and in our IX system, we design a cabinet and we place the fittings, and the fittings are adapting their drilling information to the panels. So there's a logic in that fitting. Same for handles, drawers, panels itself. So for this, we have invented an online database where the manufacturers of hardware, of panels, of fittings can upload their items in a very clever way with article numbers, with its specifications, with filter functions, with the sizes, with the panel sizes, with the material structures, and so on, to let customers worldwide downloading those information into their Imos library, so that they do not have to make a manual drawing of a fitting. They just download it, configure it online, download it, and then it's available in their daily business. This is, of course, a very global aspect, but also we do that in a local way. So we also approach Indian local companies to upload their panels, their fittings. Especially if I look to India, it is EPCO, it is Hefle India, it is part of Hettich India, it is Decora and Ona with the panels. So we are trying to also localize this database, provide this to all the customers we have, that out of a manual process, we even more automate processes. This is called iFront, and this is one of our biggest USP we have in our environment for CAD/CAM systems. It became so popular that we are also open to let other companies, competition companies, let be part of it, that they also can link to this online platform and can download the items. So we are not covering ourselves only. We give this USP, this Imos iFern database logic, also to other parties in the environment, where smaller carpenters use smaller tools, which is not Imos, for example, but also get them the benefit for those hardware, which is a big, I would say, advantage for the local provider of hardware and of fittings.
How do you decide which companies to include in your library?
Or we love to have everyone inside, which is locally available. We support even everyone who like to be part of our iPhone system. This comes also by customer requests. So mostly customers are looking forward to have some fittings involved in this iPhone platform, and then they get as a lead to the manufacturers and being part of this global network and global database. And then the benefit is for all customers using this IX technology. Yeah?
So this is the design side or the configuration side of the furniture. What about manufacturing? Does your software speak to machines and to all the brands of machinery that are there?
Yeah, when we started in our software 32 years back, majorly it was the German machine companies, like we did it with Homag first, as well as with IMA, which are neighbors of us. But very fast we also expand to Italian brands like Biesse, like SCM. We did it with Felder, we did it with Holzer in Germany. But the request also, especially in Asia, in India, is also to connect to machines from Asia, and also in formats which are a very simple format, like a G-code format, So we talk to all the customer, to all the manufacturer machines in their own technology, in their own format language the machine is requesting to. So we can adapt usually to every machine who has an VOP system for receiving data and start producing panels.
Okay. So you've been in India, you've been marketing Imos in India for quite some time now. So in your opinion, how effectively has the Indian industry adopted latest technologies,
Yeah.
moving from manual to digital and all the steps in between?
I think that was a long time before I joined Imos. I'm 12 years with Imos. I think the first customer we gained in India was more than 17 years back, because of they bought some of the CNC machines, which needs to have custom requests for each panel design. So they need to have a custom CNC file for each panel. Since the last 7 years, I would say more and more customers need a technology which supports this custom design into machine language. And if I look back to the last couple of years, we gain more and more customers automating their processes. And I really proudly could say that this year, 2024, is a major success for us. So India became the top one market for Imos in international business. So we like to be the leading provider for software in India as well as worldwide. So it is available talking to all those machines, since we also changed our technology to adapt to each machine.
So how many customers do you have in India now?
In detail, it is, I think, more than 230 customers in this moment, but we can see the growth is not linear. It's even more faster compared to the years before. It's for us a big success right now.
So there are two types of customers. One is the existing manufacturers who might be, converting to Imos because they want to automate their businesses. And the other category is the new investor. So, and surely you must be meeting many new investors. What is their approach towards automation? Are they going straight into automated operations, or they want to start at a lower end first?
I think we have the traditional businesses where people are designing cabinets and producing by themselves. So they have their own workshop, they have their own office for the design, they have their own sales channels, maybe they have their own shop, design kitchens, design cabinets, design floors, any kind of traditional furniture. And for this, we of course provide them a cut-come solution in which we can connect the machines and the design together, and we train them. This is a very traditional way of our customers in India. On the other hand, we have also customers which are not really producers of furniture, they are more technology providers. So they see themselves as a technology driver to the market. They are just give a platform to let designers design cabinets or any kind of design. And then after the order has been made online with our IX net shops, for example, it comes into their internal business processes, and they just choose different vendors for the production. They, by themselves, they do not produce. They just put vendors in terms of one vendor is producing the cabinet, the other one is producing the door, and then it comes together into a delivery to a customer, where then an installation team gets from Imos the cloud-based services of IX Scout with all its digital information for assembly assistance and so on. And then they put two different vendor products together to a custom-made kitchen. And this is a very much growing hype in India, where we see customers like LiveSpace, like Design Cafe, like Urban Ladder, like Pepperfry, like all this online providers which have design centers locally, technology options and designers, but no production by themselves.
So your growth in India depends on how fast the furniture industry grows. Are you seeing new players coming into the furniture industry in India and large-scale manufacturers?
Well, first of all, our growth will be that we provide the technology to all the customers. So it's not only because of new technology comes in, we are still providing our technology to the typical trendy manufacturers who like to automate processes. This is our very first important, let's say, portion of business we have in India. And also in India, we have, I mean, you know that India is a fast growing market. We have now 1.4 billion people. And if you look to the next couple of years, it is one of the fast growing countries by people and also by the population in age of 25 to 60. So these are the portion of population which like to invest in houses, in furniture. And they like to go custom furniture. They like to be individual to each other. And for both ways, for both businesses, the e-commerce part as well as the traditional manufacturers, we provide, let's say, the technology to automate their processes. And in this field, we see there's the biggest growth for us for both ways. So we still have a very good connection to the machine industry, to the manufacturing industry, as well as to this new trendy, I would say, e-commerce providers, which are also a big portion of our business. Yes.
But because of so many things that Imos can do, it's much more complicated to use also. The operator needs to be highly skilled to get the best out of the software. So how are you ensuring that there are enough skilled people around to use Imos?
We have established our Imos India team 3 or 4 years back. And we provide training centers to teach people, students, and we also try to teach the customers in a face-to-face technical training to use our software. And of course, you need some highly skills because in the Imos way is that the designer of the cabinet, the technical designer, he becomes the major part, and rather than the salespeople who just using the design in terms of customization, they just choose sizes and colors. But the background design is the most important, the technical one. So Imos India has been established because of training reasons, has been established of service reasons, but also we collaborate with institutes like FFSC. We have seen in India where we are going to provide them and frequently training to students, make it happen that students also gain more experiences in software. The education for us is one of the major points we are looking forward to. We support customers and partners like FFSC to make training hubs frequently available in different, let's say, cities in India. We are going to colleges to provide students in colleges also the training and also the education. We do that also in our own offices. So whenever customers jumping in or students ask for support, we have our hotline team available. So the service all around our product is a major part of our success, I would say. It's not only selling technology, also to provide the service all around it. And of course, education. And the collaboration with FFSC, for example, is a win-win for all of us. For the fitting council is a big step forward into the industry together with our technology. And for the students, it is a step forward in education and make sure that they also get a job in the industry, which is good paid, which has a high important impact of daily business.
You mentioned that India is becoming one of your major markets globally. So you think in the future you might be setting up a development center in India where you could develop more solutions for Indian conditions, for Indian businesses?
I would say different way. We make sure that we take the request of our customers back home and have a high impact of our next developments in features, functions we are delivering to the market. That's why also our management is almost traveling to India and to all over the world to claim and to get all the requests of customers and the impressions and the questions of the customers to consider what's next. And this is for us a super important point. The development will be also in future happen in our headquarters. But services always local.
Yeah. Well, Ingo, it's been great talking to you about Imos. And the Imos story itself is quite amazing.
Thank you so much.
The kind of transformation that a software can do to the industry. And the best part is you're sharing your knowledge, your expertise with other softwares also, enabling them. So it's becoming an industry standard, actually.
That is our vision and mission.
All the best to you in that mission and vision.
Deepak, thank you very much, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you indeed.
Bye.